131,000 more international students face uncertainty. Canada's growing immigration crisis. Welcome back to Canada Chronicles. In today's episode, we're diving into an urgent issue that's impacting the lives of thousands of international students across Canada. The Canadian immigration landscape is shifting, and with recent policy changes, over 131,000 students are now facing an uncertain future. If you're studying in Canada or planning to, you won't want to miss this. We're talking about expiring work permits, limited pathways to permanent residency, and the growing crisis that's leaving so many students unsure of their next steps. Stay tuned to discover how these changes could affect you and the possible solutions being discussed to resolve this growing challenge. Before we dive deeper, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on important immigration news. Let's get started. Canada's immigration landscape for international students. Canada has long been a prime destination for international students, offering top-tier education and clear pathways to permanent residency. However, in 2024, this once straightforward journey has become more complex. With the expiration of post-graduation work permits, PGWPs and new immigration policy changes, 131,000 international students are now facing uncertainty about their future in Canada. As immigration pathways tighten, many students find themselves stuck between graduating and securing their stay in the country. The role of post-graduation work permits, PGWPs. The PGWP has been central to Canada's immigration system for students, allowing graduates to work for up to 3 years. This work experience is crucial for applying to permanent residency through programs like Express Entry or Provincial Nominee Programs, PNPs. However, PGWPs are non-renewable, meaning students must secure PR or another valid work permit within that window. In 2024, this path has become more tenuous, with 131,000 PGWPs set to expire. Many students are left unsure of their future, facing limited time to meet PR requirements or find alternative options. Why is the expiry of PGWP such a problem? For years, the PGWP offered a clear route to PR, but recent policy changes have complicated the process. 1. Tighter PR draws. PR invitations through Express Entry have become highly competitive. Fewer draws are being held, and the CRS scores needed to qualify are significantly higher. This has left many students, even those with Canadian work experience, without a clear path forward. 2. Reduction in PNP quotas. Provinces like Ontario, British Columbia, and Manitoba have reduced their PR nominations by up to 25%, limiting opportunities for international graduates to transition to PR through provincial programs. This further reduces the chances of securing permanent residency. 3. No PGWP renewal. As PGWPs cannot be renewed, students must act quickly to meet PR requirements or risk losing their legal status. The expiration of these permits puts pressure on graduates to secure PR or face the prospect of leaving the country. Housing and economic pressures fuel policy shifts. The rapid growth in international student enrollment has put additional strain on Canada's housing and public services, driving recent immigration policy changes. 1. Housing crisis. In major cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal, the rising influx of students has contributed to higher rental costs and reduced availability of affordable housing. Students are often caught in a competitive rental market that can further complicate their post-graduation plans. 2. Strain on public services. With over 500,000 international students in Canada, the healthcare, transportation, and social services sectors are stretched thin. As a result, the Canadian government has responded by reducing new study permit intakes by 35% in 2024, further limiting the number of international students entering the country. The impact on international students' dreams. These sudden policy changes have caused frustration among international students, particularly those from countries like India, China, and the Philippines. Many students invest significant financial resources, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, viewing their education in Canada as an investment in their future. However, with expiring PGWPs and fewer opportunities to obtain PR, many feel that the path to achieving permanent residency is becoming increasingly out of reach. This is leaving students disheartened and unsure of their next steps. 131,000 more international students face uncertainty. As previously mentioned, 131,000 international students are on the verge of losing their legal status due to expiring PGWPs. This uncertainty stems from several factors. 1. Immigration system overhaul. The stricter eligibility criteria for PR and fewer PR invitations through Express Entry have left many students without a clear path forward. 2. Limited work opportunities. The economic slowdown has reduced job opportunities, particularly in sectors like retail and hospitality, where many international graduates find work to gain the necessary experience for PR applications. 3. New PGWP restrictions. Graduates from private institutions under public-private partnerships no longer qualify for PGWPs, further cutting off a vital immigration pathway for these students. The broader economic impact. The potential loss of over 130,000 skilled workers could have significant economic consequences for Canada. International students contribute much more than just tuition fees. 1. Labor market shortages. Canada already faces shortages in key sectors like healthcare, IT, and engineering, fields where international students frequently transition into skilled positions. 2. Economic contributions. In 2022, international students contributed over $22 billion to the Canadian economy. A mass departure of these students could cause a substantial economic hit, affecting industries that rely on skilled graduates. Government response and student advocacy. In response to these challenges, international student advocacy groups have mobilized across Canada, organizing protests and calling for changes to the PGWP system and PR pathways. Organizations like the Najawan Support Network have been vocal in pushing for PGWP extensions and fairer PR policies. Although Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Immigration Minister Mark Miller have acknowledged the issue, no immediate solutions have been proposed, leaving many students in limbo. Is there a way forward? As the crisis continues, discussions around possible solutions are gaining momentum. Some of the key proposals include: 1. Extend PGWPs, implementing measures similar to those enacted during COVID-19, such as extending expiring PGWPs, would provide students with more time to secure PR. 2. Increase PR invitations. The government could increase the number of PR invitations through express entry and PNPs, ensuring more students have the opportunity to transition to permanent residency. 3. Targeted programs. Tailored immigration programs focused on high-demand sectors like healthcare, IT, and construction could help mitigate the impact of expiring permits. Long-term solutions. Looking ahead, Canada must develop long-term solutions to maintain its status as a top destination for international students. Proposed strategies include: 1. Re-evaluating PGWP criteria. Adjusting the criteria to include students from public-private partnerships in high-demand fields, such as healthcare and IT, would ensure these graduates are not left behind. 2. Expanding regional programs. Programs like the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot, RNIP, and Atlantic Immigration Program, AIP, could be expanded to attract students to regions with labor shortages, reducing pressure on major cities. 3. Tailored work permits. Creating work permits specifically for students in essential industries like construction and manufacturing would address labor market needs while providing a viable path to PR for graduates. 4. Strengthening employer sponsorship. Expanding employer sponsorship programs could allow companies to sponsor international graduates for long-term work, helping retain talent and addressing skills shortages. The human cost of uncertainty. Beyond the economic and legal impacts, the human cost of this uncertainty is profound. Many students who came to Canada with dreams of building a future now face the real possibility of having to leave despite investing years and significant financial resources. The stress of this situation has taken a toll on students' mental health, with many struggling with anxiety and depression due to the unpredictability of their future. A global issue. Canada's reputation at stake. Canada's reputation as a welcoming destination for international students is now in question. If the current issues are not addressed, prospective students may turn to other countries like the United States, Australia, or the United Kingdom, where immigration pathways may be more stable and transparent. As we've explored today, the uncertainty facing over 131,000 international students in Canada is serious and demands immediate attention. Expiring work permits and limited pathways to permanent residency are creating immense challenges, but discussions around extending work permits and increasing PR invitations provide hope. Canada's future as a top destination for international students depends on how quickly these issues are addressed. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated on the latest from Canada Chronicles. Have thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. Stay informed, and take care.